Here is my film camera kit. This is what I use for general photography. Start off with the camera, which is a 1987 Ricoh XR-10. Takes a Pentax K mount lens. What's on it is a Ricoh P 50mm with a 52mm filter ring. Screw in. Just like that. See the camera mirror in there. This isn't one of those powder ones that gets ruined every time you touch it. This works with the light meter. Locks shutter speed when you're on automatic, that button there. There's a flash sync. Also there's a hot shoe, electronic flash and flash bulb corrections. It takes 12 to 3200 ISO film. Automatic and manual shutter speeds. It goes from 1,000th of a second down to 16 seconds. You can see the film winder lever there at the window, telling me that I've taken 13 pictures. No, 11, sorry, my bad. Lens that's on it will go from 2 feet away to infinity, obviously. Focus ranges up to about 30 feet. Very solid, entirely metal camera. I actually like the feel of this camera more than my friend's brand new Nikons. They're not brand new, but they're like, one of them is about a year old and the other ones are a couple of years older than that, but they're all basically the same. But they're very cheap feeling cameras. I'm actually surprised. And the fact that it's really narrow this way, and they've got this weird thing that comes off of it, and it's really hard to grab a camera like this. And it's like really difficult to do it because everything's in your way, and it's ergonomically correct because you've got all this stuff on it. If you've got a big flash on it, it ruins the whole thing. And then you've got an enormous lens, which causes the camera to tip forward. And I'm just starting to rant now about new Nikon cameras. But this Ricoh is well balanced. It's a bit heavier than the Nikons, but that's because this is a solid metal camera. It came with the original Ricoh flash, which comes in this nice little leather carry case. Pull that out for future demonstration. I have a very loud, strong camera strap. This has real leather in it too. Well, just the camera part there, but very loud and very long. Came with a Quantaray 50mm lens. It's a zoom, which goes from 70 to 210mm. Has a 52mm ring as well. Pentax K, obviously, because this is for this camera. It's a very nice camera, the lens, in fact. It's it seems to me it feels a bit solider than some of the Nikon lenses that they've got out there. A friend of mine has like loads of the Nikon lenses and stuff, but I think this camera seems to be a bit more solid, especially when you get to some of the better lenses, such as this Tamron adaptall. This is the first generation. This isn't like the adaptall 2 from the 80s. This is like the 1970s adaptall lens. It's got a Pentax mount on it. Now I'm not going to remove it because it's a bugger to get back on. But this camera lens is just fantastic. It's very heavy, but it's very, very well made as well. The focus adjusts the length, but the zooming doesn't because it moves all the internal stuff. And you can zoom down to a macro, which moves another set of lenses inside of that set of lenses, making the whole thing really odd. If you look at it, you can see all sorts of little lenses inside. It's also got one of those lens shields. I'm just sort of talking really fast right now. It's a very, very nice camera lens. Except my camera doesn't like this lens very much, and you have to go into manual mode whether you like it or not. Because otherwise it screws everything up with the automatic. It tries to go for a 16-second exposure when it's just as bright with the other lens. Messed up. But it's an excellent lens. This is fantastic. And you know what happens when you put it on your own camera and you've got the flash and everything else on? With a rig like that, people take it seriously. This whole thing, it's basically, it ruins the ergonomics of the camera, causing it to tip forward, but it's excellent. It's just, this is a brilliant picture-taking lens. The macro can get about as close as that. Can I get a better example? You're about 2 inches away from whatever it is you're taking a picture of, and it will actually take up book text very, very well. Once the place is to grip it to take it off and put it back on. But Ricoh products like this are excellent. They make very good solid cameras. This I haven't really tried any other cameras like this, but I've got this one. This is probably one of the better ones. I've heard pretty good things about this one. I haven't actually managed to find much information about these Quantaray lenses. These apparently distort slightly, it's negligible, at the long end of the zoom and at the close end of the zoom. I personally don't see any of that. Oops. Got to put the caps on either end. Actually, I haven't got any pictures of this with this lens. They're on the camera film roll itself, but I've got a bunch of negatives off in the corner. You can sort of see them in the upper corner of your screen on the right hand side. I'll get into those later, once I've actually had a chance to run them through a scanner that actually works. For $15, it came with the flash, the camera, the Quantaray zoom lens, 2 rolls of film, and lens cleaning tissue. For $15. And the adaptall zoom lens? That was a grand total of $5. That's a really nice set of kit for $5. And at Walmart, at least up here in Canada, it costs about $2.50 to get 1 roll processed. Not prints, just processed. But that's my bit of film kit for you. This is what I generally take important pictures with. All those stupid ones get taken with a digital one. But there you have it, my Ricoh XR-10 film camera.